Hi, welcome back to Jamie's Hack Shack. Today we're on day 4 of the Pie Hut Let It Glow Advent
That's right.
event.
Yep. Got box 4. Let's see what's in here. That's what do they call it? A bar graph LED or something? 6 jumpers, and this is a network resistor, which is going to be kind of neat to work with. What's it say to do?
We're gonna take off the LED
All right.
and then we're gonna put those back in the box because I think it's those come up again later.
All right, so I'll put this stuff back in this is the ground side here of the bar graph. There's like a little flat corner here. So that's how you tell which side has the negative or ground or cathode.
I don't know.
So there's a dot, I believe the dots say, right? Next to Mark A, that the first pin here it's a ground pin, so don't line it up with the edge of it sticks out one more than
Yeah, that's one.
Yep. Yeah, there you go.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, and then one more. Yeah, spotter. You got something wrong.
Also,
one.
Oh, no.
You've got one ground and you've got to have 5 signal wires, buddy.
No, it's 4.
4?
Oh, no, it is 5. Oh, okay. I'm missing 2.
Mm-hmm. Just make sure those are in order, same order, right? What's it say? Main things to check?
Double check your circuit before plugging your Pico in. Check that the flat edge on the display is on the same side as the network resistor. The network resistor dot pin is not connected to the display. Give the Pico into the wiring correct, including a gap between the first GPIO pins and the last one.
Got that right? Yep. Let's see, what's this new code supposed to do, you think? What does it say there? Jamie from the future here. We were having some struggles with OBS, and sorry, I've got the 3D printer going wide open behind me here, so there's a chance this is going to be pretty noisy. But anyway, what this code's going to do in this first example is we're setting up our pins. So we've got, 5 lines there for each segment of that LED. And what we're going to do is we're going to turn them on in order. Boom, boom, boom. They're going to kind of accumulate. And then at the end, they're just going to all turn off. So nothing fancy, but it just shows us that our baseline code for turning these LEDs and that the wiring is all correct. And as you can see right here, that's working as expected.
Okay, so this next activity uses the concept of lists, and lists are pretty much just a way to put a bunch of things under one name. So it's kind of all just like.
So you define the segment. Yeah. The definition of the segment has not changed, like there, but instead of like referencing each one separately, you've got them in the list of segments. So
and you can iterate through those.
So you're
with for loops.
So your for loop there is just going to say, and it knows the step for each time. You don't have to say like add one to it and then you don't have to say like seg, $sign or something. It's just going to know to go through each one of those things in order, right?
Because it's for how many of our LED values are in that.
So when we run this, it'll look the same as the previous exercise, but we've got a noticeably shorter code.
So it's just a way to make it more concise and
okay. All right. Let's send it to it and see what it looks like.
And if you notice, just a simple thing, since that second part didn't have the time sleep function, they all turned off at once, and it didn't wait a second before moving on to the next part.
Interesting. Cool.
In this activity, we're using lists again, but now we're using a while true loop to go and run through the list, turn the light on, then turn it off, and do that in order. And then after we do that, we're going to go through the list in the reverse order, which I didn't even know was a thing, but it's a way to go through a list in reverse.
That's nice. You don't even have to like figure out some code to like do the number backwards or something, right? You just notice like these elements go through them backwards. So is it still using, so you're still using a list, and it knows to do it revert. That's cool. That's handy. That's got to save some code. So if we send that, let's see what this looks like. Whoa.
And so it's just going to keep on going.
So that's kind of cool. It is like a scanner. And so I was going to throw in something here. I'm not sure if the document talks about it. You might be familiar with Knight Rider or the original Battlestar Galactica. The Cylons had these cool things scanner, and that was because a guy named, I forget his first name, but I'll put it up here, Larson, and that was kind of his little trademark thing he did. So if you ever see something like that, or a kit or something, you may see it referred to as a Larson scanner because of that.
That's cool. So in this one, we're importing pin, importing time, but we're also importing something else called random, which is just a way to, randomly pick from a group of things, I guess. And so we're setting up those LED pins again. We're creating our list, and we're using a while true loop. But here's the new thing. We're setting a variable R to find a random integer between 0 and 4. And then we are referencing our list again, segments. So in lists, the first value is 0, and then it moves up from there. So let's say that R equals 0, we would go through, turn on segment 1, the first LED, and then we turn it off, and then we turn off the same LED. So that's what that's doing. And it's just choosing something random from the list.
So that would be kind of fast, like random blinking, right? Because point 1 is the sleep. All right, so let's send that and see what that does. Oh, that's pretty cool. Look at that.
Mm-hmm. So kind of what this, our fifth activity is using, it's using everything that we've learned so far and then some. So you see we're importing, we're, what's this? Oh wait, we are using the buttons. All right.
Yeah, so now we're using the buttons.
We're using the buttons now. So red button, green button, and then we're also setting up our LEDs. And so we created our list, and then we use that count that we used yesterday. So first we have all of our LEDs off. And so while true loop means that it's just gonna keep going forever and ever and ever.
Everything that's within this nested area. And then you've got else, is that new?
Yeah, no, else and nested areas are the new thing. So
okay.
Now at the beginning of each loop, there's gonna be a 0.01 second delay because it says it doesn't want it to run too fast. So now we're checking for if the red button value equals 1, which means that it's been pressed.
Mm-hmm.
If our count is...
So these are stacking. So if it's 1 and if the count is 4, then don't do anything.
And
okay.
We're also using pass, which means just go back around.
All right.
And then else is just if anything else. If it doesn't equal 4, then we're going to add to the count the segment from the number.
I think I see what this is trying to do.
Is turn on that thing and then wait for a second, and then I believe you start back again. Okay. And so now you add to it again, and then if you click the green button, it's gonna take the count down by 1. And if the count is already -1, so if you haven't done anything yet, then it's not gonna do anything.
Right.
But if it's not, then it's gonna turn off the LED index.
Okay. All right, so let's run this and see what it does. Okay. See, like it does turn. Yeah, but I was talking. We can modify this code to do what I was talking about doing.
Yeah.
So you're filling it up like a fuel gauge.
And then if
there's nothing else,
it'll stop.
Yeah, there's nothing for it to do. And
And then if it already equals -1, you can't do anything else.
Yep.
We could do it. We could print the count. We could do a lot of different things.
Yeah.
But so if this is gonna keep on going, you're just gonna be able to keep hitting buttons.
And the one where I was wanting to walk, kind of like manual control of a scanner, would be like, light up the next one, turn off the previous. Light up the next one, turn off the previous. Light up the next one, turn off the previous. And then do reverse for the green button, right? Boop, 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 until it's at the end. Something like that. Okay.
And that's the end of day 4. And today we used this new bar graph display as opposed to the plain block LED. And We used lists. We used the reverse method to go through lists backwards. We used the random module, which allows us to just pick something randomly.
From a range, yeah.
And then we use nested if statements to, have more concise code. And then we used past to kind of just...
What was past? Okay, that just basically jump out. And
it jumps back.
Now, and you mentioned the network resistor too. So instead of having a bunch of separate resistors, we use that one piece.
Yeah.
To take the place of that. Make sure wiring a little bit simpler on the backside.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So that's it for day 4.
All right, great. We will see you next time for day 5. Peace.
Bye.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
There was some code in the comments it said something about possibly making it more like a real Larson scanner with some PWM. I don't know. I'll let you be the judge. What do you think? We kind of sped it up a little bit. But that's pretty interesting. Can you change it, make it slow down a little bit? Make it real slow and see if it makes that effect more noticeable, or if it's even there. Is it more glowy? Like, does it have residual from the one next to it? Slow it down even more.
There it is.
Can you see him? Like, is it keeping the one on next to it on for a little bit?
So, like,
there's like a little on the wire. So, yeah. See how it's keeping this, making it fade more. So that's what he was saying. He was like saying that other code was more like, it was just moving the light, right?
Yeah.
This is more like the Larson scanner where it kind of fades back and forth. That's pretty cool. Right on.
All right.
It's pretty cool person that commented on that. That was a neat little thing to try as a little bonus. All right, thanks. We will see you on day 5, guys.
Bye.